Chapter 20, Section 3, The Economics of Slavery. Only wealthier planters could afford to buy slaves. The greatest majority of white Southerners did not own slaves. Why then did the South remain so loyal to slavery? Part of the answer to that question lies in the growth of the Southern economy after the invention of the cotton gin in 1793. The cotton gin made cotton a hugely profitable cash crop in the South. In 1790, the South produced just 3,000 bales of cotton. By the 1850s, production had soared to more than 4 million bales a year. Cotton brought new wealth to the South. Robert Fogel, a historian who has studied the economics of slavery, wrote, "If we treat the North and South as separate nations, the South would stand as the fourth most prosperous nation of the world in 1860, more prosperous than France, Germany, Denmark, or any of the countries in Europe except England." Whether they owned slaves or not, white Southerners understood that their economy depended on cotton. They also knew that cotton planters depended on slave labor to grow their profitable crop. For planters with few or no slaves, however, the prospect of owning slaves became less likely as the demand for and the price of slaves rose. High prices were both good and bad for the men and women trapped in slavery. As prices went up, slaves became more valuable to their owners. This may have encouraged slave owners to take better care of their workers. At the same time, the rising value of their slaves made slaveholders less willing to listen to talk of ending slavery. In their eyes, freeing their slaves could only mean one thing: utter financial ruin. So here's the slave system 1801 to 1860. The pink color is extent of cotton growing 1801 to 1839, and the yellow is the extent of cotton growing 1840 to 1860. And the bar graph, total state populations 1860, population in millions: California, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, Wisconsin, Alabama. Those were the free states. Here's the slave states: Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia.